Hi everybody, welcome back. Another question I get asked an awful lot about when I'm teaching people club fitting or just generally chatting about golf in general is what sort of golf ball to use. So one of the most popular balls out there is still the Titleist Pro V1. I know there are lots of great golf balls out there made by Callaway and Strixon and Bridgestone and lots of other companies. But Titleist Pro V1 is still the most played ball by the tour professionals, and a lot of people say, should I use the Pro V1 or the Pro V1X? So I thought that's a good thing to do a little video on. Let's have a little chat about it. So I've got the latest Pro V1 and Pro V1X here, and the easy way to distinguish between the two is the Pro V1 has a black number on and a Pro V1X has a red number on, and obviously on the side here we've got Pro V1X and we've got Pro V1. So, if you look, you will see. So, what's the difference? People get a little bit confused. I've been on Titleist's website and had a little look and looked at the blurb on that. And there are some, obviously, technical differences between the two. But from what I can work out, the Pro V1X is a high launch, low spinning golf ball, whereas the Pro V1 is more of it's not quite as high launch, it's not quite as low spin, it's got more of a softer feel. When you look at the construction of the two golf balls, they're very, very similar. I mean, I was always under the impression, and I don't know if this is right or not, so, I'm very happy to be corrected by people who might be more informed than I am on this one, but I was always in the impression that the Pro V1X was made more for the high ball speeds, the tour players who wanted to keep the ball down a little bit, so this is where the low spin maybe comes in from. And if you're looking to get launch, and maybe a bit more carry distance with your driver, then maybe the Pro V1X is the wrong ball to play and you should be using the Pro V1. I did a little bit of testing with some 7-irons a minute ago, which we can show you. This was done, I was hitting my Ping I-25 7-iron here, and it's not particularly scientific this, but I've tried to get the numbers as consistent as I could make them. So in the top there, in the red numbers, the Pro V1, I've got average club speed of 84.4. With the Pro V1X, I've got 84.5, so I can't get it much closer than that. Swing pass launch angles, very, very similar. 19.2 launch with the Pro V1, 18.9 with the Pro V1X, and spin rate, interestingly enough, virtually the same. 6,037 with Pro V1, 6,120 with Pro V1X, and carry distances were exactly the same at 159. So, looking at that not as a definitive scientific test, and my golf swing's not a robot, but those swings were very similar numbers. I'm going to do another test, I think, probably with a driver, and just see how that affects. Maybe that's where we'll see a bit of a difference, but I would just say, go and try both. It might just boil down to feel. It might boil down to which one you can get a bit of a discount on, maybe. I don't think there's a huge amount of difference between the two. They're both fantastic golf balls. Always been a favourite of mine. So there you go, little insight into the Pro V1. Any of you guys and girls out there with some more info and comments to post on how you feel the two balls differ, then be really interested to hear your opinions. Thanks for watching as always. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.